I always feel like I'd be a Jedi if I did that, you know? Good afternoon, Central. I'm Joe Wheeler.
And I'm Greg Haggerty.
Welcome to Front and Central. Today we're going to look at our Star Wars extravaganza.
We've also got info on Senate's Can Drive, sports, and what students are doing to give back this holiday season, as well as a look into Spirit Week.
Finally, last week, TV 9 and 10 were on campus visiting Mr. Sorensen's advanced CAD class to film another edition of Jack's Journal with host Jack O'Malley on WTCM. Each week, Jack O'Malley comes up with a new story, and this week he was wondering whatever happened to shop class. Let's take a look at TV 9 and 10 taking a look at us.
Kind of a freelance feature reporter. I'm always looking for new ideas, and I had gotten the idea of, you know, kind of always looking for a theme. When I was in school, it was wood shop. Well, wood shop isn't really the same anymore. It's industrial arts. So the idea is, you know, how things have changed, and there's going to be a lot of guys like me who are going to watch this and say, "Oh my gosh, they're doing what?" And, you know, and wood shop is now industrial arts. So it's just to feature how things have changed and how they've progressed. It's pretty impressive. I mean, it's not like it's a shock to me. I knew these things were happening. I knew 3D printing, but I mean, it makes total sense. And I mean, everything these days is done by way of digital one way or another. So I mean, it's just the new wave. And I realized too that one of the big things that I like to promote is the fact that manufacturing is still alive and well. It's just now very much more technical than maybe the old days with a drill press. Now you're doing it on a computer with computer designs.
So what do you guys want to do when you grow up? What are you just going to use this, or is this
actually more of the rocket part. I want to become like an astronaut engineer, so it's like aeronautics but in space, designing like rockets and stuff.
A lot of the students really like engineering, architecture, but not all students are going to go that route. Many of the students are going to choose maybe medicine or culinary arts or any number of professions. But the skills that they're learning here are very transferable, you know, problem solving, designing, basically sleuthing, you know, to find the solution to a problem. All transferable skills.
I don't think you have to go to a four-year college. I think that what you need is training after high school, and maybe it's technical training, and you go to a tech school or a trade school. And the whole idea of a four-year education, still important, but the trades, we need tradespeople out there, people that work with their hands and that sort of thing. So I think this is fantastic.
Well, I think it's great. I love the publicity. I love the fact that they get to see kids in action doing wonderful work. The students are just doing a great job, and so I love having the community be aware of that.
These students are into what they're doing, and I think that just says a lot about the opportunity and the students. They're into it. They know what they've got.
How tall is this rocket you're designing?
I don't know. It should be. Looking at the design we have in the program, yeah, a few inches tall.
Gotcha. That is definitely not your father's shop class. LEAP's co-ed high school intramural basketball league starts its games on January 11th. If you're interested in participating, you can pick up informational forms and rosters in the counseling office. Remember that the first 4 teams to apply will be the only ones accepted. A brief reminder to any newcomers to NMC's dual enrollment program, the last orientation meeting will be on December 19th. Questions should be directed to your counselor. Congratulations to our Michigan Mathematics Prize competition finalists. They are Gavin Carpenter, William Chown, David Meyer, and Dante Voza. They will be taking part 2 of the exam this month. Students with the top 100 scores on both parts of the exam will be invited to an awards day program in March 2016. The students with the top 50 scores will be presented with scholarships ranging from the Bronze Award of $500 to $2,600 for the first place gold medalist. Student Senate suites are available for boys and girls basketball games. Tickets to the game and catered food are included with this cost, which is $75 for conference and $50 for non-conference games. Click on the link below for more details on those suite seats. And probably the most important announcement of the day, there will be cookie decorating Monday the 21st during both lunches. The Can the Principal food drive is going pretty well so far. With even more cans coming in than expected, we're on the fast track to filling up that office. Keep up the great work, Trojans, and remember that while canning Dr. Vandermolen is awesome, it's not the only goal. Central's STEP program, the TCHS Food Pantry, and Father Fred will all benefit from the cans you donate. Also, 10 cans equals an hour of NHS service, and more of those can never hurt. The drive will continue through this Friday.
2 weeks ago, we had an event here in the Front and Central Studios promoting the new Star Wars film, The Force Awakens. We brought in students and had them act like Jedi or Sith for a chance to win tickets to the upcoming movie. This was the result.
There's been an awakening. Have you felt it? My name is Alex Pierce, and I indeed have felt the Force. A lot of people around town have felt the Force as well, especially with the new Star Wars coming out in 2 days. So, let's see who else could be the chosen one.
There is a huge buzz. People love Star Wars. They love anything related to Star Wars. I see Star Wars pajamas now, posters.
I'm almost too excited. I have tickets to the opening night, like the day before opening night.
I'm really excited. I grew up watching them. I'm going to be excited to see what's happened to some of the characters. I guess the movie takes place 30 years into the future.
I'm very excited. I think it'll be very good.
Star Wars is very special to me. I saw the prequels once as a child. I thought they were all right.
I honestly have cried when Darth Vader died, and that was probably the saddest part ever.
I grew up being called Luke Skywalker by pretty much everybody who didn't know me, that just met me.
I saw the very first Star Wars when it opened. I saw it in New York City on a 70mm screen in the heart of Times Square. I enjoyed that. It was a very memorable experience.
The kids have enjoyed it. I know that this new generation is really excited about it, so it should be fun for them.
My mom and dad, their first date ever was to the first Star Wars movie to ever come out. So Star Wars is kind of like a legacy to me.
Not that excited. I've never seen Star Wars, so I don't know. My family is really excited though. So.
When I was a little kid, Star Wars was like everything to me past first grade. I had so many books. I had so many toys too. I had all the toys. I had all the lightsabers. I could tell you the difference between every single lightsaber and how cool each individual one was.
And I had all the lightsabers. I had all the action figures. I had all the games. I had everything.
I had lots of Star Wars Legos, and we had a box set of the movies, so we would watch them.
Lego toys out the window. We used to have a big chest, and about a third of them were Star Wars toys.
The new lightsaber? Oh, it's sick.
I think the new lightsaber is really, really cool, and I think it could be very, very, very harmful.
I don't know like how a new lightsaber can be more powerful than the old ones, but like it should be.
If I could be any of the characters in the Star Wars movie, I would probably be Han Solo because he's so awesome. There are words that I can't even use to describe him.
Han Solo because he's sarcastic like me.
Han Solo, you know, he's somewhat of a loose cannon. But he's an important part to the story, and it seems like he's involved with most of the adventures.
I'd be Chewbacca for obvious reasons.
I'd probably be Chewbacca because Chewbacca is super powerful, and he's like the manliest character in all of Star Wars.
Yoda, because he's old and wise.
I want to be Jar Jar Binks.
Princess Leia. Why? I don't know. I like her hair. Queen Amidala.
I have to be Skywalker, but Yoda's pretty awesome too.
But I think that Luke Skywalker will join the dark side, and that Leia and Han Solo and everyone else will have to join up against him.
It's gonna be action-packed. It's gonna be a lot of like pew pew pew, gun noises, explosions.
Jar Jar will make an appearance, of course, and I think Chewbacca will like save Han Solo.
I'm really rooting for Chewbacca to find a love interest. I think he's probably the most misunderstood.
I do think Boba Fett might come back in the new movie because there's a couple actors whose roles haven't been exactly announced yet, like Donald Gleason. So maybe he'll be playing Boba Fett. That would be cool.
I hope Boba Fett's in this movie. He's one of my favorite characters. He's cool. He's got guns. He's got stuff. He's a cool guy.
I think that there will be a revolution at Comic-Con if Boba Fett does not return.
If Jar Jar Binks isn't in it, I'm not going to be very happy.
We're very prepared. We're prepared for crowds, right? And we have pre-sold some tickets, a lot of tickets, so that means we know the concessions we need to have ready for everybody, and we get them in, get them started.
I think having J.J. Abrams direct would be, it could be good, it could be bad. I think it really just depends. We have to see the movie first to find out.
I'm pretty excited that J.J. Abrams is directing the Star Wars because he did the Star Trek movies, which he essentially turned into Star Wars movies, so he probably knows how to make a Star Wars movie.
We at Front and Central have been huge Star Wars fans from the start, obviously. That's why it makes perfect sense for us to share the Force with students at Central and give them some awesome lightsaber training.
I think Star Wars gives hope to a lot of people. It shows that you can overcome the bad in the world.
I think Star Wars has inspired a lot of modern technology and has inspired many people to go into engineering and science careers.
I remember as a kid I was always interested in science because that's what they had in the movies, and I think that's what it affects a lot of people the same way too.
We hope that people come to the Bijou and enjoy it. It's a great little theater, very cozy, and fabulous, fabulous movies with great sound and great screens.
Hopefully everyone will see The Force Awakens at the Bijou. Thanks again to the Bijou and the State Theater for the tickets. And ladies and gentlemen of Central, may the Force be with you.
And the moment you guys all been waiting for. I can't. Got it. There we go. And the winner is Ethan Nason. Congratulations, Ethan. You should get your tickets within a few minutes. As excited as we all are for Star Wars, that's not the only big thing coming up soon. The holidays are just around the corner, and we asked a few students and staff members what they are up to this holiday.
What I do for the holidays, I stay home, eat some good food, get some presents.
I basically just have my mom's friends' family come over and we all have dinner together, and then we open presents and we sing Christmas carols and we watch the Polar Express.
Mainly sit around and wake up hours before anyone else. You know.
So my dad makes some really good French toast, but I woke up around 12 o'clock and then we open presents and and then I go skiing.
Try to lay around in my pajamas as long as I can.
I celebrate Christmas, and this year we're going to go to North Carolina to be with my grandkids.
Drink as much coffee, read as much as possible.
I think my favorite holiday remembering would be the snowball fights.
When my daughters were young, just being at home was a great memory.
Waking up with my mom and her hair being all crazy and she's drinking her coffee and her eyes are all nasty looking. It's really funny.
First of all, rule number one with holiday dinner preparations, try to pawn it off on anybody else but you. I'd rather have other people vet me or feed me. I don't really want to cook. It's not my idea of fun.
Well, I wake up, I get my gifts, and then I give myself a gift of more sleep.
Try to get as many people to give you presents as you can, and try to buy as few as you can. Happy holidays.
Speaking of holiday spirit, this week is Spirit Week here at Central. Monday was Comfy Day, yesterday was Whiteout, which I went all out for. Today is Ugly Sweater Day, tomorrow is College Day, and Friday is Red and Green Day, just in time for Christmas break. Second semester schedules are available to view on PowerSchool. Please check your schedule, and if you need to make any changes, please complete the second semester schedule change form online. That is found on the CHS homepage. You will need to log into the cloud using your TCAP student account to complete this form. Students must fill out the request form first, and if your request is approved, your counselor will either change your schedule and email you, or an appointment will be set up for you. The link to this form is in the description below. Two students designed a school app that is accessible on your Apple or Android phones. We got a chance to speak to the Android version developer. Here's what they had to say.
So, actually last year we wanted to just make a school or an app for the school as part of our programming class. So we contacted Mr. Vandermolen about it, but this was very near the end of the year, so nothing was really done. But he talked about having us in the next year doing an independent study so that we could actually make the app for the school. And what Dr. Vandermolen was looking for was something that was an extension of the website that didn't look as gaudy as the website, and something that the students would actually use, because as it is, nobody really uses the website or knows how to use the website. So it's much easier for the students to use the app to find things like the school calendar, the important events like sporting events, get in contact with their teachers and have see important announcements or things like that. So, yeah. So for Android, there's two main things: Java and XML. Java is the actual programming part of it, where you're literally constructing what the app does, whereas the XML it's called extensible markup language, and it's the way you graphically design the app. So you start out with your XML and creating an interface that looks nice and performs the way you want it to. And then with the things that you've put on the screen, you program those to actually have actions behind them, so that when you do something, or when you click on something rather, it actually does something. So I had an intermediate understanding of Java. I now have a much better understanding. Programming is very much give and take in that you don't know everything. People who have programmed for years don't know everything, and whenever you're trying to do something, you have Google open in the other window, because you do need to search things and you don't know everything, and there's things that you don't know how to do, and you obviously need to learn how to do them to overcome a lot of challenges, hundreds of challenges, I'm sure. So.
Now for coverage on Trojan sports, here's Jack Boyce.
The football season is history, but our varsity Trojans are still making noise. The Michigan High School Football Coaches Association announced yesterday that TCC head coach Eric Sugars has been named Region 2 Coach of the Year. Congrats, Coach Sugars, on the award and a great season. Just last week, our hockey team hosted the Cadillac Vikings at Howe Arena, and they ended up winning 4-3. They took it into overtime, and Andrew Fraze hammered the game winner just 14 seconds into the sudden death period. Their next game is today against West, and since we're talking about our crosstown rival here, I expect an amazing turnout. All right, Central, let's take a look at our basketball teams. Our girls last week on the 10th hosted West, and they won. Good job, ladies. Now, our boys team hosted Ottawa Hills last Friday, and we're going to take a look at that. Ottawa Hills was a very good team. That was apparent from the opening tip-off. And there was a lot of students there, but I want to see more people. Come on, guys. Fouls were the killer in last Friday's game, with Central pulling around 10. Later in the game, Ottawa Hills was on their heels, and they also got some fouls. Here's Jackson Schremeyer, the senior, throwing some of those free throws. He's putting in a lot of work. Later in the game, we see number 22, Tobin Schwaneke. He's a freshman, putting in work as well. And check this out here. Devontae Walker heading out of the zone, and boink! Look at 23, straight out of LeBron James' School of Flopping. Come on, man. Later in the game, same guy, 23, goes up for a dunk. And what? You dropped it? Come on, man. There are many huge plays in this game from Central, and the lead would switch a lot. But check this out. Big play from Magnus, going hard in the paint. Easy 2 points. He ties the game. Now here's a clutch 3 from James to take the lead. I have to apologize to him. I didn't get his dunk. I didn't think he could do it, James. Unfortunately, the boys fell to Ottawa Hills 43-55. They played West yesterday, and I'm glad I got to see all of you there. Don't forget, while we are away on break celebrating our holidays, our sports teams will still be playing. Hockey will host their Christmas tournament at Center Ice starting the 27th, and they open against University of Liggett, coming up from Grosse Pointe. Let's not forget about the boys and girls basketball as well. They host their TCC Classic starting the 29th. Good luck over break to all of our student athletes.
Thanks for watching, everyone.
We hope your winter break is awesome and can't wait to bring you more excellent news content when we come back next semester.
Signing off for 2015 for Front and Central, this has been Jack Boyce,
Joe Wheeler,
and Greg Haggerty. Have a good one, Central.
How nice big. Don't make it snow on me, man. Now.